Architecture is any handmade structure or building. The architecture of a place reflects many things, such as how old it is, how much it costs to build it, or what materials it is made, and the objective of a place, between other things. Many touristic places are famous for their architecture. For example, Venice, Munich, Paris, New York, etc. A building may show you the emotions of the architect when he or she was designing it. Architecture is an art, a beautiful but expensive art. There are many famous architects for their works, but I am sure that there are many more that are not recognized for anything in special, but they are also successful, as the ones that build hospitals or schools. James Hoban was born in Ireland in 1792, and he died in 1831 for natural causes. He was an architect, a civil leader, and a pillar of the Roman Catholic community. In his childhood, he learned to be a carpenter and wheelwright. He migrated to the United States after the Revolutionary War. He first lived in Philadelphia and then in South Carolina. He had many ambitions and many high expectations in America. Most of his life remained a mystery because his stuff and documents got burned in a fire in the 80s. As a consequence of this, the few information that is known from him is the one that was in the newspapers and public or legal documents. He worked in the city council for the last years of his life. In the 70s, he gave a plan for the White House design and he won it. He was paid $500. They began the construction in 1793, but they finished it until 1801. The construction was made by African slaves and European immigrants. Other of his buildings were Oak Hall, Taft Museum, William Sewell House, and the First Bank of the United States. He worked in public buildings for more than 25 years. The White House is located at Washington, D.C. It is constructed from white sandstone and it is where the United States President lives. The design was inspired by Leinster House. The first partner that lived there was John and Abigail Adams. It was reconstructed after British troops burned it. Hoban was also in charge of the reconstruction. The reconstruction lasted about 3 years. It is considered a durable building and its conservation is due to many people. Architects are artists that are not as recognized as painters or sculptors. Why? Because it is easier to see a building than to see a paint or a sculptor. What name have you heard the most? Pablo Picasso or James Hoban? Frida Kahlo or Antonio Canova? The answer is easy, right? Architects should get more merit for their works.